All right, back at it again with the longsword. Is it? Yeah, the longsword. Have you played longsword before, Kat?
No, I have not.
All right. So, this weapon's rather tricky. You can kind of play it in one of three ways. Let me go ahead and kind of debut it real quick. So, you can play this by being like a heavy hitter, and your goal is to just dodge out of the way of attacks. It's not the way it's really meant to be played, but you can do it that way. Hitting Y will do heavy overhead attacks, while hitting B will do quick successive attacks that are a bit more, yeah. Kind of the idea of this method of fighting is that every time you deal an attack, you gain spirit gauge, that's that little sword at the top left, and every time you hit right trigger, you expend that spirit gauge. If you keep hitting right trigger until that spirit gauge is empty from almost a full gauge, you'll end up doing a special slash, which will make your weapon do more damage for a very long period of time. It has 3 levels to it, and it's quite fancy. Make sure you try to get those 3 levels. It makes it very fun. Your wire bug abilities, by the way, if we go to the hunter notes real quick. Soaring Kick and Serene Pose. Serene Pose is like a super parry riposte kind of deal, while Soaring Kick is kind of like the Great Swords one, but a little bit better in my opinion. And if you have any spirit gauge, if you hit right trigger when you do it, you'll do a Helm Breaker. Very, very high amount of damage attack, but you've got to make sure it actually makes contact. It's a little tricky to hit on some mobile monsters. But the other way to play this weapon is that whenever you're mid-combo, you can hit right trigger and A to go into a little stance where your sword is equipped. If you hit Y, you'll do a quick attack, which will make it so you constantly increase your gauge. There you go. You constantly increase your gauge. Or, if you hit, there you go, if you hit right trigger, while those little blue flies around you, you're also in a parry riposte state. If anything hits you during that time, you'll parry, you won't take any damage, you'll riposte, you'll deal a lot of damage back. There's an additional attack as well. If you hit, I think it's right trigger B, which is doing that but very fast, but without the additional damage that comes with it. I think the parry riposte does like extra damage and it makes your spirit gauge go up. I believe this attack just doesn't have the extra damage like that one does. It looks like it still makes your spirit gauge go up, but it just doesn't quite fill that extra damage. Go ahead and grab stuff out of the box and let's get going. Where did you go?
Launched into space.
Yeah, what? And then you're just back. I'm gonna wait for you to grab these. Looks like our target is over here. They're kind of close to each other too.
Yeah.
By the way, there are little birds that are on the ground. It kind of just showed a tooltip on the right side.
Yeah.
There's little. Oh, we're here. Oh, I thought you went off to the right. Those little creatures give some pretty good buffs. Yeah, let's go ahead. You ready?
There it is.
Yep.
I didn't use it, but I almost got to use the thing.
How do I get the power tilt up? Because like the sword's full, but I don't know what to do.
Keep hitting right trigger over and over again.
Okay.
Watch your health.
Oh no.
Ooh. I just did it there. I don't know if you saw, but
No. No, I didn't want to get on this.
Wyvern ride time.
you don't like the mounting in this one?
I don't ever seem to do it correctly.
Oh, can you mount it finish round?
I think I did? I don't know.
Oh, nice.
You're done for. Giddy up.
By Arjuros. Not too keen on fighting you right now, even though he'll probably follow us. Nice.
Knocking me around.
Whoa. I didn't mean to do that.
Use a whetstone.
Ah, dang. I almost had the foresight thing again. Oh, I didn't even get to hit him.
I
You just
slashed
destroyed
him.
him.
Yeah.
You killed him very quickly. We killed him very quickly, but you in the
Yeah.
last point there, I was trying to just style point him.
This is probably my favorite weapon that we've tried so far.
Oh, even more than gun lance.
Yeah. It feels more fluid than
That's
the
good.
gun lance does.
Oh, look at that Virgil
Delivery
pose right
complete.
there. About to judgment cut some fools. Like,
Yeah.
oh, that's me actually doing it. Is that kabuki? It kind of looks like the kabuki dance from World.
Maybe.
Kabuki. Kabuki.
We did it!
Alright, I know you already said it, but what do you think about it? You liked it, yeah?
Yeah, I think it's definitely beginner friendly. It's pretty easy to grasp. It feels fluid and it's fast, so yeah, I would recommend it.
Did you ever get to use any of the big points it's meant for with the parry riposte stuff?
Not really.
That's fair. If you watch my POV, I got a couple of them off. It's pretty good. It's not, again, I have a lot of hours, but I generally never played longsword, so it was definitely kind of a new experience getting to try it in Rise. I played a little bit of it in the other games, but never really any extent that I'd like to call myself pro at it. There's some great videos of people who like never take any damage, and they just parry riposte every attack. It's wild.
And from my point of view, I am definitely an amateur.
But yeah, I believe that's it. All right, so hope you liked the video. Make sure you like and subscribe. Put a comment down below if you want to see any other videos like this.
Yeah.